movies. Mutilation, decapitation, torture. Does that sound entertaining? More blood than a blood bank. Have we got your attention?
Welcome back, terrestrials. In this episode, we're doing something that we should have probably done a long time ago, honestly, but
Yeah.
um Phantasm. It's it's a movie I feel like we should have done by now, and I'm ashamed of us, but we're here now.
Yeah, it's one of
Uh
those classic
yeah,
horror
it
movies.
really is. It is. Um so let's hop into it, Jerry. What kind of grade you giving us?
A minus, B plus, somewhere in there.
I think I'm gonna go A minus. B
Uh,
don't feel right. Actually, you know what? B would fit it, but I'll get to why I would give it a B, but I'm
all
not
right.
gonna hold it against it. But I'll explain. But still A minus for me. Um, yeah. So the movie is basically some dude gets killed and his friends have a funeral for him, and then the little brother of the friend starts to like he's like spying on the funeral for
Yeah,
some reason. And yeah, so then he
riding his little
noticed some
moped
weird.
around and shit.
Yeah, that was a full on like dirt
Yeah,
bike,
dirt bike.
motorcycle. But um yeah, so yeah, and then he noticed some weird stuff, and then weird stuff starts happening because that weird stuff noticed him. It's not about what you see, it's about if they see you kind of thing. And they noticed him. So
Yeah.
uh yeah, cocaine fueled movie
No, just
ensues.
weird stuff. That's
Yeah.
like the perfect example of like this. It's like there's a Undertaker tall man, and then there's weird stuff that
Yeah,
happens
yeah.
all through the movie.
Mhm.
I brought this to you because I was when I was watching it like a week ago,
Mhm.
I was like, some of this movie like feels just like random things. Like, oh, let's put this on there and let's film this. Or they had an idea and then
Mhm.
like there was just just randomness of like, okay, what okay, and now we're at the car, okay, cool, like like get in the car, like every other scene and shit. But
Yeah. I mean, but so it does feel very random,
right.
but it also feels like so slightly cohesive. Um, but it's really, yeah. So you like, for instance, the funeral home from the outside, it looks like a little house on the prairie
Yeah, it's a big
style
ass
home.
fucking
And
mansion kind of
then
feel.
you get inside and it's marble wall to wall, which is not possible in that house.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. I don't know where they shot, but that's not really in that house. Um, but I mean, like overall, the movie is a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
But you're right. It does feel like, well, this is a thing and this is a thing. That's why I said cocaine fueled, because we know that that's how they come to these conclusions.
Right.
Somebody dumps a bag on the fucking table, and all the people that are involved sit around and they light the cocaine on fire, and then they sit in the room freebasing cocaine and going, it's a really good idea. Let's make some chick be
Yeah.
like the killer chick, but she's also the tall man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He somehow knows how to. What is the tall man? Who is he?
Yeah.
Where'd he come
Yeah.
from?
What is he?
Like, no. Don't be concerned with that right now. Just
Hmm.
first, she's got to have nice boobs, and
Yeah.
then she's going to kill a guy, and then okay, but like, where does he come from? What is the purpose that he serves? What is he doing? No, man, you're thinking
It
about
doesn't
all the
matter.
wrong things,
Doesn't
right? All
matter.
right,
We'll take care of those in
like,
the sequels. Like
yeah,
if you ever seen
yeah.
the sequels, they
I watched
explain
all
like,
five. Yeah, I
oh
watched all
yeah, yeah.
five. All yeah,
But yeah, if you watch the sequels, they like explain things
yeah.
in those sequels, and you go, oh, is that what they meant in the first one? Kind of deal and
Yeah,
shit.
but it's retroactively explaining something they didn't have an idea for. It
Mhm.
wasn't forethought, right? So like in the later ones, they're going, "Whoa, we should explain this,"
Yeah.
but we didn't have a reason. Well, we got to come up with one now. That's
Yeah.
basically how all those worked. But yeah, for this one, I mean,
There was just a guy being like, but we gotta shoot something. So what are we gonna
yeah,
shoot? I don't know. Hey guys, get on your guitars. Play a pretty
yeah,
awesome song and shit.
yeah,
Fucking
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
and
good music, like decent, like the soundtrack, obviously, amazing.
Yeah. And not only the soundtrack, but the actual sound, the sound of the movie has
Uh-huh.
these really good parts in it. There's the one part where the little kid is in the funeral home after hours,
Hmm.
and the tall man sees him,
Yeah.
and like they play this like horror music from like a werewolf, and he chases after the little kid and stuff,
Yeah.
and there's just really odd choice, but it's really horrifying at the same time. Or like when the finger turns into a fly, and then it gets
Yeah.
in his hair, and it's like you hear like this in his
Yeah.
hair and shit, and it's like that's an odd production idea, but it works pretty good and shit. Fucking
It felt the soundtrack, of course, like everybody knows that main people might not know this movie, but they know that main soundtrack, um, because it's so creepy. But
boy. Yeah.
it really does feel to me like Jalo. Like that's what it
Oh
feels
yeah,
like.
definitely.
Like because it reminds me of Suspiria, the
Yeah.
first Suspiria, the original Suspiria. That's like what the sound reminds me of.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, overall, like the movie is it's so unique because there's so much going on that you don't really have time to stop and think like
Right.
what the fuck is happening right now, because it never stops, and it starts immediately. Like
Yeah.
it just it doesn't, there's no like character building, no character introduction. They do that after the first kill,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay, all right, so that was Tommy. Okay, so that's Richie, that's Jody,
Yeah.
okay, that's Alex or whatever. And then like Alex is in the woods watching from binoculars or whatever because that's
Right.
normal. And and then like before you know it, Alex is getting attacked, and then he's going over to the girl that you never see again, the little blonde girl and
Do
the
you see
old
her go to
lady.
the
Yeah, but
funeral home?
whatever happens to her? Where's
And
she
she
go?
gets turned into one. She gets taken to Mars and
I
stuff. She
could have
gets
sworn the first time I watched this that she like I for some reason I thought she lured him there. And then I must be mixing it up with some other movie, but I
maybe
thought she lured him there, and then she wasn't like she wasn't helping the tall man,
right.
but she was like tricked into luring. I don't know. But anyways, it's
Yeah,
obviously
no,
not the case.
it's just
But
like small moments and stuff. Like, okay, so he goes over to the grandmother's house to stick his hand in the box, and then it
yeah,
basically does the thing from Dune and
yeah,
shit where like, ow, it hurts a lot and stuff. And but then yeah, and this is where I get like the scene like cutting
yeah.
like of like they had like a bunch of stuff filmed, but
Hmm.
then like the editor is just like, whoa, what the fuck do I do with this stuff? Because then that like the one girl, the girl that we meet at the grandmother's psychic reading,
Yeah,
thing, like if you blink, you'll miss that whole thing
yeah,
and shit
yeah, yeah,
of her being taken, I guess, by the tall man to,
yeah.
you know, but
Also, like if you're gonna have a tall man, can you make him tall?
taller and
That
stuff.
guy was
Yeah,
just the same
to a
size as
kid,
everybody.
everybody's the fucking tall
Yeah,
man and shit.
like if you look when Richie's putting ice cream in the ice cream truck and the tall man's walking like behind him or whatever, he's on the curb and he's only like this much taller than him. And it's like, bro, that's not even a tall man. That guy's like 5'10".
Yeah,
Like, why are we calling him the tall man? But
we had his
I mean, obviously he was a little tall, but
yeah,
yeah, I feel like they should have made him like
yeah.
tall,
Like you want
terrifying.
Shaquille
Like,
O'Neal
yeah, yeah,
there
yeah,
as like the
yeah,
tall man. Like everybody was like, whoa, he's a pretty
yeah.
tall guy and shit. Fucking, I do like they do those little silly things where like the tall man picks up the coffin, Tommy's
Mhm.
coffin and stuff,
Yeah,
and throws it in the back of the car
yeah,
and stuff, and
yeah,
then it's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Um, and they like the whole thing with the house and the museum
Uh-huh.
mausoleum.
Yeah.
Um,
It is a museum
it's
of dead, so
if
kind of
if you look closely on that filming, it's like the same like three
two hallways.
hallways.
Yeah,
Yeah, two
yeah,
hallways. Like it's like
yeah.
it's in a Z pattern and
Yeah.
stuff, for them to film.
Yeah.
Um, and they even like, okay, so we're introduced to the silver orbs,
Mhm.
which I've always laughed at, but the one caretaker or whoever, like, he's just working there and
Yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah. Yeah.
the ball gets him, and like
Yeah.
they're just like, okay, now squirt the blood, and he's
Yeah.
holding this, and it's
Yeah.
just like, I love it because in every Phantasm movie, they always have the ball and the little
Yeah.
hole,
Yeah.
and we see the little drill go in and stuff. And then you can see the tube spits a little bit because that's
Yeah.
the tube, basically the air going
Yeah.
through the tube to like
Yeah, for
kind of
sure.
like clear the line. And
Yeah.
then like this big long trail of blood comes, and I'm just,
The thing
yay, every
with that
time.
one, that specific kill, like, okay, so it somehow drains all the blood out of him. Cool,
Right.
whatever. I like the orbs; they're interesting. They don't explain that, nothing's explained, so it's
Yeah.
just all right. Cool, these exist. But so after they kill him, when they show him on the ground, they show his feet, and Alex is like right there, like slowly becoming more and more traumatized.
Right.
They show this yellow liquid coming out, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, they showed him
His,
piss himself.
yeah,
Like that's hardcore. Like who on the day was like, you know what, the blood ball isn't enough. Let's make him piss himself
let him
too.
piss
Like,
himself.
oh,
Like
all
two
right,
turds roll down his pant
yeah,
leg and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
like
that's not how that works. Is that
did
how
he
that
did he
works?
shit himself?
Yeah.
Uh, like Alex just like, he shit himself.
Yeah.
But
Um, how did
yeah, I
you learn
mean.
about this movie?
Um, so I learned about it because of the tall man in the orb. Like
Okay.
I seen those things referenced in other places as a
Right.
kid, and then later found out that they were from an actual movie. And so I think like I had seen the first one, bits and pieces of it on like, HBO and shit as like a kid.
Right.
But then I finally sat down like a year or two ago and was like, I'm watching all of these. So
Hmm.
I watched all five of them. But yeah, I mean, how'd you find out about this?
I like way, way back in the day, there was a DVD that came out called Boogeyman, and
Mhm.
it had clips of like every type of horror movie out there.
Okay.
And it had the tall man scene, and the tall man scene was the one where tall man's running after our main character, and he gets his hand
Yeah.
like stuck
In
through
the
the door,
door.
and he
Yeah.
cuts the fingers off with the
Yeah.
knife,
Yeah.
and the yellow blood. And I was just like, oh, that's kind of weak. They had to like censor the blood in this Boogeyman compilation.
But no,
But no, yes. And
but
then
no,
like,
he's alien or something.
and so like when I did my like 70s, like, tiptoe down 70s horror movies at the
Yeah.
time, like Phantasm was on there. And like at first, I got kind of like frustrated with it first. And then like after the couple more views, I was like, oh no, this is cool. I'm not getting it yet, but I really like it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
loved it from Jump Street. I was like,
yeah,
like obviously the big flaws of like it not making sense. Some things feel like it was almost like two movies that they mushed together.
right.
Those things obviously, but overall, when I was done watching, I was like, yeah, all right, cool, man, that was rad.
I remember
Like,
like the first time I watched it, and like, okay, spoilers if you haven't seen this movie, but the
you've had
like
50 years, so
the ice cream man dies. And
yeah,
I'm like, oh no, I really like that character. And the brother is still alive. And then
yeah,
like the next
flip
scene
flop,
after that
yeah.
is like them sitting in front of a fireplace. I was like, no, it's
That's
a
why I was going to
car
give it a
accident.
B.
And I'm
That's
like,
why I was going to give it a B.
guys, what? No, did someone not be able to come back for shooting and stuff? And it's just like, no, just scrap this whole thing. No, just keep going like three more sequels, and it tells you that, oh yeah, the tall man can warp reality and
Right.
shit,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
fucking, it's the same thing. Like okay, so he has the tuning fork
Yeah.
and he's holding it up to the guitar and shit, and fucking it all plays back to him having to put his hands on the thing to make the portal to Mars,
Yeah.
I guess, like
Yeah.
dissipate and whatnot. And I was like, well, this movie goes way fucking far, man.
Yeah.
Fucking, how about that
Yeah.
Barracuda? It's like, let's go back to the
Yeah.
car.
That's a beautiful car.
Yes.
Um, the funny part to me with the car though, like obviously it's a beautiful car, but when they're standing in the garage and or no, were they yeah, I think they were outside and Alex is like, yeah, man, it's this thing over here. And then no, the random guy pulls up to the park and like Alex just pulls a socket wrench, an extension, and a socket out of his back pocket.
Yeah.
Like you only need one and just gets under the car and starts working on it. I was like, no,
Crank,
like,
crank,
no,
crank. Yeah.
like, no, you're a fucking, there's no way that you preemptively knew what the problem was going to be and was prepared with
Right.
one tool. Like, no,
Like
like,
a
no,
man
dude.
needed a
Like,
hammer or something and stuff. Just, is it
yeah, I
fixed
mean,
yet?
yeah,
Is it
yeah.
fixed yet?
Exactly. And why is the child doing it and the adult that owns the car not working on his own whip?
Little
Like,
guy's got to learn sometime,
yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
that older brother was like too cool for school sometimes and shit. Fucking, he's just like he was way laid back and shit. Fucking,
Yeah, because what was it? Later in the movie, like after like they're both on board, they see the finger in the mustard,
yeah,
and like,
jeez.
and like they he sends Alex off with Richie to go to the girls'
Yeah, the
antique shop.
girls. Yeah,
And then, the girl's like, he's like, take me home. And like the girl, like the picture that he finds of the tall man, that was cool. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
hell yeah, man, that's cool shit. But so like the incident happens with the girls and they find Richie's truck and all that stuff. And then he comes back to the house and the brother's just sitting down,
yeah.
like just
Yeah,
hanging
just
out.
chilling.
Like,
Yeah.
like you
Playing the
sent him
guitar.
away to like do something. Like
Right.
you're not holding up your end of the bargain.
Oh, I
You're
was gonna
just
do that later.
disassociating. Yeah.
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 Fucking,
Like he's just sitting in the chair disassociating
right.
and just like staring off into space. It's like, bro, you're supposed to be like going back to the place
Yeah,
or
to fix it.
whatever.
Fucking
Yeah.
fix this problem and stuff, but the set design of like that house,
The house
like
is real.
yeah, well, I mean, just the feel of the house, like it
Oh yeah.
feels I don't know, just something spooky about it,
Oh
where
really?
that
I
the
love it.
70s, like it didn't feel warm and it doesn't feel cold and homely, kind of house. But I don't know, just
Well,
the
because a lot of
darkness.
people were beat because dinner was cold in that
Yeah,
house.
yeah, yeah, I mean, fucking, it's just a bunch of kids running around that place anyway. So, um, now the one thing I did want to bring up also, okay, so we have a booby trap moment of our main character is locked in the room, and to get out of the room, he shoves a fucking thumbtack in that shotgun shell. And then he
Hits it with a
slams
hammer.
that if you watch, he slams that shotgun shell down on the desk to get that tack inside the piston pin.
Mhm.
And my brain's going,
Blow your hand off.
that way, yeah, that I hope that shell was empty first, but like because he's like, you know,
Yeah.
but I just that like that whole like sequence of events of
Yeah.
him trying to blow the hell out of the
Well,
door.
first the temper tantrum.
Yeah. No,
And
you son of
then
a bitch. And stuff is going.
like the whole time Jody's carrying him up the stairs, he's like, you're not coming back, are you?
Yeah.
Are you? Like
Yeah.
he's just like talking shit to him and stuff. But yeah. And that was like I was laughing at that part because like when he hits the fucking shotgun shell on the door. I'm like, oh, he used a smoke bomb to get out of the fucking room. Like, the fuck, that's not what shotgun shells do, dude.
No,
Like, that thing sparked and just smoked. And I was like, no, bro, it's not a magic trick. Like,
no.
it's fucking blow the door off. Like,
That
um,
that door looked fucking cardboard anyway. You probably
he
could have just
kicked a
put,
hole in the bottom of it. If
yeah,
you look at the door, you can see where he kicked the door, and there's a hole in the bottom of the door.
yeah.
And it's like, how about kick it one more time, and then you'll be through the door? Like, fucking police kick that shit. Um, but
Yeah. Shit, just lay flat on your back and just put your legs up against the bottom panel of that door and push as much weight and
yeah.
the frame will break in and you can
Oh yeah,
crawl out that
especially
little
those things
hole.
were like barely they were just like tough
Yeah,
cardboard. Like
there were wood paneling inside
yeah.
of like
Yeah, if
cardboard
you
egg
like think
cases.
of if you think of like the trailer park doors,
No.
like bedroom doors on trailer parks,
Yeah.
like that like in trailers, it was like that, but probably even thinner than that because it was back in the 70s.
Yeah, they
Um
needed like big hard wooden doors like
yeah.
from barnyards or
Yeah.
some shit and fucking, but no, no.
One of the things that I laughed at outside of like again with Richie and the tall man, where the tall man's just like doing this, like in the smoke
Oh
behind
yeah,
Richie,
the
and I'm just
steam
like,
like
yeah, it's
every
like,
time I
the
play
fuck is that? But
the Runaway Horses when they play it in the Silence of the
yeah,
Lambs, just
yeah, yeah, that's what it felt like.
boy.
But the thing that had me cracking up is like when Alex goes up to the funeral home, and it's the first time he goes up there, and it's like nighttime,
Hmm.
and he like gets down, he looks in that window, and he like does this thing, and then he like stands up and he stares at the window, and then he just kicks the fucking window out. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Stealth, motherfucker.
yeah, he just like he like considers it, and he's just like break, and I'm
Yeah,
like, all
yeah.
right, cool, man, whatever. But it like the way he did it, like the fact that he looked through it, stood up, stared at it for a minute, and then just kicked it out. I was like, wow, dude, you're not trying to hide at all. Like, no
No, he's
wonder you.
not.
Every time he goes to the damn house, he's not hiding. Like,
No.
and then Jody in the beginning, it was kind of making me mad when he's down there. He goes and visits his parents or whatever. The clicking of his shoes on the
Yeah,
marble floor, like,
yeah.
come on, man.
Pick
Like,
your
I get
goddamn
it.
feet up and stuff.
I like, come on, man.
Funeral's about to begin,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Fucking, I think the tall man. Okay. Where do you? Let's go to this one. Where do you put the tall man on um the list of horror icons? Do
So
you see him up there, or
I
is he kind of
mean,
like a forgotten idol?
he's definitely a forgotten idol, but like, does he deserve to be up there? Kind of, but he's also like, he's one of the. It's like when you play a game with somebody and they have like a cheat mode,
Hmm.
and then they're like, no, it's totally, it's allowed, it's allowed. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
that's cheating, because like he can do whatever. He can change into big titty blondes.
Hmm.
He can like alter reality. He can never die. He just appears out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like,
He's
it's
got a
just like,
bunch of little minions.
yeah. And so it's like, it's not fair. He's not
Right.
fair. He like, most killers have a thing, maybe two, possibly three. This dude has like whatever he wants.
Hmm.
He's like, he, it's not fair. It's not
Right.
fair. So,
Right.
does he deserve to be up there? Yeah. Is he forgotten? Absolutely. But it's also hard to put him up there because it's just like everything, he can do anything and everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It doesn't seem like a good way. I mean, their idea to stop him was to like
bury him.
put him in a mine shaft and then like
Yeah.
blow up the mine shaft.
Yeah.
And
Also, those rocks were really strategically round. And
yeah,
how did
no,
he move 500-pound rocks by himself? And why did they all land in the hole? There's
Right.
a lot of flaws in this movie, and it's the very end of the movie. Like the
Yeah.
rest of all the crazy shit that happens in the beginning,
That's when the
I'm willing
drugs
to
wore
over.
off.
Yeah, yeah, they were all out of drugs, and they
Yeah.
were like, "We got to end this movie.
We
All
got
right,
yeah.
let's get some Raiders of the Lost Ark fucking
Yeah.
boulders and push them into this hole."
Styrofoam boulders, spray paint them gray. Fucking but I mean even that, I mean like because you go through, however many sequels, and I know what Jason's weakness is. I know what Freddy's weakness is. I know
Right,
you got to have your villain,
right,
your horror icon needs to have like some kind of weakness, whether that is just total destruction like a Chucky, fucking, you have to have some kind of thing that helps you be able to destroy the character,
yeah.
or
Slow them down, or
slow him down or
till the
something, or
next one, till the
oh,
next movie.
I can't go out at night or at the day, or I can only exist on these grounds, but the minions, they can go out,
Right.
like
Yeah,
do
no, there's again no rules. You can do
no
whatever.
rules. And when you have that, it kind of makes the character like bland,
Yeah.
fucking,
It
but
reminds me of rock, paper, scissors.
right.
So like there used to be like there would be kids that when you play rock, paper, scissors, they'd be like rock, paper, scissors, God.
Yeah,
And then it's
volcano.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's like, wait, what? And God beats everything. So you
Yeah.
can't. It's like, no, dude, you're cheating. Like you can't
Yeah.
do like that's the tall man. Like he does anything and everything. So it's
Right.
hard to it almost there's no stake in the game because you can't beat him.
Right.
Like,
Or even like
um
a clear purpose. Like I know why Pamela Voorhees is killing those kids, and I know why Freddy Krueger's killing them kids, and I know why Chucky's going after little Andy, and like, but I don't know why, like from just this movie, not the
yeah,
sequels,
I mean, yeah.
why what the tall man is actually doing,
Now, what I will say is I watched all five of these
Okay.
back pretty much back to back
Mm-hmm.
over the course of like 2 days or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I remembered this one shot for shot,
Yeah.
word for word. I don't remember anything about the other ones. Now, that's not to say that they're not good, and that's not to say if we decide to continue the Phantasm role that I'm not going to
Visit
come here and
others.
give them or A's or whatever. But I just remember this one, maybe because it was first and it hit like the hardest, like, what the fuck is happening in this movie? And then the rest of them, but like,
Right.
I
I
remembered this one really, really well and not a lot from the other ones.
I remember three. Three has the small plot with like fucking
They all have
Jody's
really
in one of
small
the
plots.
yeah has is in one of the silver balls and stuff, and they're trying to
Right.
go rescue fucking the little kid Alex out of like the tall man, and the tall man is going through America and basically just like sucking up towns.
Yeah, because I mean the house it disappears,
Right.
because that's normal. Um, but yeah, I mean he just like picks up and leaves and goes and terrorizes town until he gets caught and moves on. He's like an actual serial killer, but with superpowers that
He has a intergalactic traveling mortuary.
yeah, yeah.
Zoo. But yeah, see, and that's why I would just, like I said, rank it down a little bit, but I think the look and especially the name, the tall man. I
Hmm.
mean, I
Yeah,
like
it
that.
works.
Like
Yeah.
that's what gives it its iconicness. And
Mhm.
for being just such a weird movie, I think it
Yeah,
has that
yeah.
iconic. I mean, we sat there and shit on it for a couple of minutes. Folks, we really do like this movie. It's a pretty
No,
good
I
one.
mean, I think that everything that we said that's like, man, what the hell is
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
it's very legitimate,
It's on some
but
message board already and shit.
yeah, somebody's already complaining about us not doing their movie or something, but, they like, for all of those negative things, they're also positive things
Right.
because that's what gives the movie its weirdness. Like it's high strange, and it is because of all those things that are like this movie is pretty much, even with the lack of like connective tissue through some of it,
Mm-hmm.
this movie is an A movie until the last 4 minutes of the movie.
Right.
And then, well, I guess five if you see Richie like
Yeah.
at the fireplace, but like but like 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes of the movie, like from like even if they just cut the film with the tall man in the hole and then cut to like Alex running upstairs going, okay, I'll be right back, and then snatch through the window. Like
Right.
they didn't need to add that he can warp reality. That's clearly something happened with the script or the actors or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like you said earlier. You should have just cut it. We don't need Jody in the next one or in the one after that or whatever the case is. We don't need that. All
Yeah.
we need is Alex and Richie, I guess, if you wanted to try and bring him back somehow. But that little scene of him like overly acting like
Mm-hmm.
he's sorrowing for this kid
Yeah.
is oh, and also, you know how else I know this was cocaine fueled? I'll abandon that sentence for a moment. At one point, Jody, Richie, and Alex are standing around, and Richie goes, and I was like, all right, bro. But
It was
anyways,
the
yeah. So like,
70s, man.
yeah,
Fucking
yeah, of course,
everybody
yeah.
had it.
That
Fucking look
guy,
at
yeah,
it.
that
It
wasn't a
takes a
fucking ice
special
cream
kind
truck.
of person to, be
Yeah,
horrifically balding, but yet
yeah,
ponytailing it up
like
and looking
shiny
like,
bald too.
yeah, and looking like a badass doing it. Fucking like,
Yeah.
hey,
Um,
Rocket Man, fucking, I know that actor right now, he's not doing too good and stuff. So I'm not gonna talk shit on the our balding ice cream man. Fucking, and he raised that ice cream gimmick like at
it dressed
least
in white all
through,
the time.
yeah. Well, in the third one, he's got like, you know, some fatigues and stuff, or
Oh, okay.
something, and he's
Yeah.
driving the fucking the car, Jody's car.
Yeah.
But um and I almost do want to watch the sequels just so we can talk about the four-barreled shotgun.
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah. I
that.
mean, don't get me wrong. There's things to discuss
Oh
throughout the
yeah.
thing because the weirdness doesn't go away. They just try to start explaining the weirdness, and then you're like, okay. Like I wanted the explanation, but now that I have the explanation, I don't want the explanation.
Right, right,
Uh,
right.
but
But
yeah, I mean, I'm always down for more Phantasm
hey,
because
right,
I remember enjoying all of them, even
right,
though like by the fifth one I was a little fatigued. I was like, but I always do the same stupid thing where I watch them all in a row in one
right.
day or 2 days, and then I'm like,
And
I don't need this in my life.
that's his death sentence. We did that
Oh,
with
absolutely.
Leprechaun, and I
Yeah.
feel like I ruined Leprechaun movies compared to like, oh yeah,
But
I
when
just
you go
happened to,
back and watch them, you're gonna be like, ah, this is fun as shit. Especially
yeah,
when you just pick
fucking,
them out.
hey, Leprechaun in Vegas, cool,
Yeah,
fucking maybe
yeah.
not so much in space, but
Yeah,
but
well,
yeah, watching
depends.
them back to back can be
Yeah.
a pretty bad time.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I definitely would love to like talk about the four-barreled shotgun at one point in our
Yeah,
lustrous video waste career.
yeah,
And
absolutely. Yeah.
but in that case, Jacob, would you go see this in the theater?
Yeah, for sure.
I think so too. I think it's theater worthy.
Yeah.
Um,
It just feels very 70s, and the
yeah,
idea of watching it in the theater appeals to me for some reason.
yeah,
Maybe the tall man will seem taller in the theater. I don't
maybe
know.
it's fucking, it's gonna be
They
huge,
should have
man.
used a fish islands on him or something. Like,
And I think he had like platforms on.
did he?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because if you look close, I think, yeah, he's got like at least 6-inch heels
Like
on.
they couldn't find a single person that was tall.
I mean,
There's
Angus,
nobody in LA that was tall at that time in the
that
70s.
actor, Angus Young, I think he's like 6'3". And so, and I guess in
Is
the
he?
70s, yeah, I think so. You know,
Because I mean, damn, dude,
I could be
Alex must
wrong,
be
and he's only like
Alex must be
5'8"
six.
and shit.
Let me
But
see how tall the tall man
yeah,
was. Go ahead, continue.
next to Joe Rogan, yeah, he's
Yeah,
really tall.
yeah,
So,
he's tall. Alex is tall next to Joe Rogan. Oh,
all right, movie. Would you own a physical copy of this? Do
yeah,
you?
I think I do actually own it on DVD, not on VHS.
I have the original, the DVD. I do not have a VHS. Yeah, I highly recommend it on physical copy.
Oh shit, he was 6'4".
Okay, hey, one
Really?
off.
Then, but it doesn't work when everybody's 6 feet.
Yeah.
All those I don't know, man. I feel like you need like 6'7",
Or
6'8",
just
something like that.
film him in a way where he always looks tall. Like
Low
in that,
angles. Like
yeah,
when they show, like in
shoot up.
movies when they show a black dude jumping over something, they always show it from a low angle.
Right.
Like I'm not even joking. You can look it up. Like they show it from a low angle, so it looks like they're just like doing this huge jump,
Yeah.
and they're just hopping over like a normal yard fence, like
Uh,
But like shoot him from low, so he seems towering, and they did that in the first scene with Jody.
yeah.
They shot Jody kind of like looking up at him,
The
and he
funeral's about
did.
to begin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that scene right there. Like it seemed like, oh shit, all
Yeah.
right.
You want this
But
guy like
then,
Andre the Giant and shit.
yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
cult classic.
yeah. Because a lot of the people who talk about it like it's a cult classic,
Right.
and most people don't talk about it. So
Most people don't discuss Phantasm. I know only like a few things that have ever mentioned it. I've never seen a T-shirt like in like Walmart, where they put
yeah,
the,
no, yeah, yeah.
that kind of like
Definitely not there.
product.
I don't know that I've ever seen anybody wearing a Phantasm shirt.
I don't even think fucking the toy company even made like one of his figures.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That would be something to research.
right. Would you recommend this movie, Jacob?
Yeah, I think especially the first one. I think it's something that if you're a horror fan, even a casual horror fan, this is one of those ones that's like it's weird enough that you can enjoy it and it's not scary at all in
Right.
any fashion whatsoever. So it's just a good ride, man. It's just to
Yeah.
have fun, watch a movie. It's all weird, like, enjoy it.
I think I should put this on the Halloween play because I think I definitely felt like a really good
The
like
music feels Halloween.
yeah, it feels like a good like
Is this Goblin?
I might be. I'm not sure. Probably not. Goblin I think was or whatever the other band was fucking but yeah, I think they were only Giallo movies. But and it even sounds like it's like it sounds like Goblin, and yet they're doing like The Exorcist, fucking Tubular Bells and shit,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
boop, 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 boop,
So
you
the
know.
soundtrack was Fred Myro and Malcolm Seagrave.
Okay.
Is a cult classic horror score renowned for its haunting synthesizer heavy main theme. Yeah,
Boom.
eerie atmosphere. Oh, and discordant cues inspired by bands like Goblin. All right, cool. All right, so
Yay, Goblin.
they tried to goblin
Yeah,
all
they
over
try to
this movie.
Goblin it. Exactly.
But yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were goblin. All right. Anyways, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah.
But yeah, this is Phantasm. We did it. We did it.
Yay, fantastic.